yo. My YouTube. I guess we just here, child. We just here because StreamYard has done some updates, y'all, and StreamYard is trying to be fancy with their little gadgets or whatever. With my outro.
Shit, they better.
They better, but I don't. If you're gonna do upgrades, make it easier. Don't make it user friendly. Don't be like, I'm clicking this button. I'm like, oh my god, is it this or is it that? Don't make it difficult. Anyway, y'all.
Right.
What's up, y'all? It's your favorite girls, your favorite reality TV girls in the building. It is Monique, Nicole, and Nita, the diva. Hey. Yes, Hunty, we are back, baby.
Oh, you are in Cabo, Brandon.
I know,
Brandon. Have fun.
Wait, Brandon made sure to come before the live just to let us know. In Cabo. Maybe he was doing it because he was like, hey, I love y'all. I'm not gonna be able to watch, but
maybe.
Shout out to Brandon in Cabo right now. Hopefully living his best life.
Yes.
Daria. Hi, sweetheart. I'm sure our regular supporters will be in the building momentarily.
I'm about to share.
Oh yeah. Happy Wednesday. Happy Wednesday.
Hope everybody is doing well today.
Yes, happy hump day. We almost to Friday. And I'm looking forward to this weekend, honey, because this weekend we will be celebrating Cinco de Mayo. Now, it falls on Monday, but y'all know how we do, baby. It's going to be all weekend long up until Monday. So Atlanta got a bunch of events planned. We're going to be a bunch of drunk people in the streets, y'all. So don't judge me for whatever footage y'all may see from me. And if y'all for y'all that are new, me and Nita are pretty active on social media. Nita is very funny with a lot of her posts. You want a good laugh and a good chuckle, especially when she posts about like pop culture stuff and current events and reality. Make sure you follow me. And I don't know about Facebook, but definitely Instagram and maybe what we call not X, Twitter, Threads, all of them.
Yeah, I'm still active over there too. Just not with them peoples.
All of them. And I'm Monique Nicole, y'all, on IG. Follow me if y'all want to see my crazy, ratchet, bougie life. Okay.
Yes.
Yes, honey. So hopefully I won't be as drunk as PORSHA in the pool this episode when she said she would have fucked y'all. Anyway, we're gonna get there. We gonna get there. We gonna get there, y'all. So we're here to discuss season 16, episode 8 of Housewives of Atlanta, darling. Now, Nita, don't you feel like this season is chucking along pretty quickly? We're already at episode 8.
I know. I think so. And not for nothing. I just think that the season as a whole, like people want to complain about it. The only thing I want to complain about is PORSHA. But I think they're keeping me entertained. So I'm having a fine time.
I don't understand the harsh criticism. I'm really enjoying season 16. Going into it, I actually was not looking forward to it. I didn't expect.
I remember
I didn't expect much out of it. So I'm actually pleasantly surprised. They've actually held my attention. Now I know the ratings are in the toilet, and that could be for a number of reasons. I mean, in general, reality TV ratings have gone south the last few years. Some shows have picked up, but nonetheless, reality viewership and ratings are not the same. And then even how they count the ratings, it's not the same anymore, we have to give a little grace to that. Things have changed. People are mainly streaming. No one's really, half of America doesn't have cable anymore. People are streaming. People don't watch it the same day. We got to give a little grace. Nonetheless, the girls, to me, are bringing it. As much pressure was placed on them for this Sweet 16 season, I do think they're doing a decent job. I'm really holding our attention, at least my attention.
Yeah. Hey,
Monique 69 Ways Johnson in the book. I Did y'all already do y'all's review, Monique, or is that tonight with you and Kira? Let me know. All right, y'all. To be honest, you guys, this episode wasn't a lot.
But
We do have some dialogue. It was one of those episodes when you're watching it, it was like, okay, this is cute. It's not terrible, but it wasn't all of that. And then, like Nita said, by the end of it did get a little spicy. Okay, so Monique, 69 Ways Johnson, and I think Miss Kira are going live tonight. I don't know what time. Hopefully, we won't clash too much. I don't see us being on here long because this episode, even my photos, like I still ended up 40 screenshots. Nonetheless, there wasn't that much to talk about. So let's just hurry up and get into it because we don't gotta be here all night, and I don't want to clash with Monique Rada. And Monique, that's actually fair, Miss Johnson.
That's fair. I give it a 7 though.
I will
just give it because I had so much to talk about.
Yeah, okay. I'm gonna be fair. I'm gonna get 6.5 for tonight's episode.
Okay.
But yeah, and what time do you go live, Monique? That way I can kind of keep that in the back of my mind. Yes, girl, 40 screenshots. Somehow, some way. So the episode starts off. I don't know which order came first, but I'm gonna go with it. I think that yes, the ladies were just kind of doing their own thing. We had Britt was on the phone with her husband, which this was the first time that her husband actually showed her some type of love and affection via FaceTime. He was like, "I miss you, baby." I said, "Okay."
I noticed that too.
Oh, that's right. Hey, better than some of the other husbands, so I'll give you credit where it's due. Now we do have my girl Shamia. Shimmy Coco. Unfortunately,
so sad this whole episode.
So sad. So Shamia, my Bookie, was on the phone with her family. Shiloh, who y'all know is her youngest baby, who had a lot of complications and stuff like that. She had not been feeling well. Gerald, her amazing husband, took her to the doctor, as he should, because he's the father. But baby got a little ear infection. We all know how it goes. Well, not we all know, but y'all know how it goes if y'all got kids, especially a baby who went through so much trauma at such a young age. I mean, multiple surgeries. She's probably gonna have disabilities.
Some more.
Yeah. So at least her fundamental years. So still keep our prayers for Shamia, you guys. Living here in Atlanta when Shamia was on V103, the radio station here, I remember when she was in the hospital, there were days where she missed work or she came in late or I remember that girl, Shamia went through it. She really went through it, and it was a tough time. And it was, she would give us updates, the viewers, like of updates on Shiloh's health. So this was really a thing that really impacted her life for a couple of years. So thankfully, the baby just has an ear infection. They're gonna give her antibiotics and all of that. But Shamia has an emotional moment because 1, she's a mom, 2, she's away from her kid, and 3, we know Shiloh's condition. So of course, all of our hearts went out to Shamia in that moment. But she made sure to let us know, honey, that she got a good man, Savannah, and that man shows up 24/7. He ain't no part-time daddy babysitting. He is a present father.
Right.
All fathers should be. But
I give you your little cookie, Gerald. I give you.
I'm gonna give him a big cookie because I feel like Nita. You know how some girls get on reality TV and they big up their husband or boyfriend, but
they don't do shit.
They don't do shit. You can tell it's a facade. There's something genuine about when Shamia speaks about Gerald that is very believable, and especially her being a woman who has been through terrible relationships in the past. You can tell when a woman is finally getting loved properly. You can just tell. So that's why I'm gonna give him a big cookie.
Okay.
Because I think Gerald is okay, cool.
Yeah, I just feel a way about giving men cookies for decent behavior or behavior that they're supposed to do, because I feel like that's what they want all the time. They want somebody to give them a damn cookie.
They do, but I think as an individual, Gerald does it.
Right.
That's why I don't mind. But I'm with you because
until I can't. I might have to take it back, but we'll see.
And what I've learned from Miss Cash Doll, don't be giving these niggas too much grace, honey, because they will sit into Gracie's corner, and they will. Okay, and I have learned the hard way. So moving on. So then I think at the same time too, Drew Sidora finally take her black ass and finally arrive to goddamn National. Now let me give y'all a geographic lesson for y'all don't know about the South. Atlanta to sorry y'all, I'm scrolling through my 40 screenshots. Oh, this is Drew's bed. Hi, Drew's bed. Where is Drew and her little ass? This is Drew's bed for the meantime, y'all. So what the hell it took Drew 40 days and 40 nights to carry her ass to fucking Nashville. Nashville and Atlanta are next door neighbors, honey. It's a 4-hour drive and an hour-long flight. So I don't know what took Drew so long to get her narrow ass there, but she finally made it. And her beautiful bestie, almost called her Latoya.
Latoya Jackson.
Oh, Jesus. That was a Freudian slip. Oh, God forgive me. I said Latoya for real out loud. Her bestie, Angela Oakley, was there to greet her with open arms. Where is Drew? It don't even matter. This is Drew's bed, child. Baby, when Drew saw her little bed, she said, this is like a little orphanage. What did she say? What did she say? Am I making that up? She said,
no, that's exactly what she said.
This is like a little orphanage room. It actually, no, it is given that. When I look at it from this angle, it is given like.
For me, I'm okay with it because though at least she has her own space. All them other girls, they gotta,
I'll take the orphanage too if I can have I'm very big on having my own space on girls' trips.
Right.
So if I can have my own space, I don't have to share a room. I will take the orphanage bed. Like
exactly.
I'm gonna tell y'all, it don't take much for me. As long as the bed is comfortable, I can sleep on a pull-out bed if it's comfortable. Like if I have my own space, you will hear no complaints from Momo on a girls' trip. So there, I wish I had Drew's picture, but nonetheless, Angela and Drew are speaking upon Drew's arrival. I think Angela's kind of updating her a little bit on the trip, about the trips thus far. And then she was like, well, have you talked to PORSHA? She was like, no. She's like, I think you should. Drew said, why? Angela said, bitch, so you can get some of the heat off of me because they have been grilling me. Okay. And they have. So now Drew makes her rounds around the house, and it is noted that PORSHA did greet her initially with open arms, which I was surprised. I said, okay, Pete, right when, and this is my issue with PORSHA throughout the years. Every time I'm about to give PORSHA a little point, she does something to take it back 5 times. And we'll get to it later in the episode when she was being a bitch. But she greeted Drew and said, thank you. It was cute. And I was like, damn, okay. Like, y'all know I'm all about positivity. The drama is cute, but I like when we can reconcile. So I was happy. Hey, Tamisa.
That's Tamisa. That's my BFF.
Hey, BFF. Yeah, y'all. The peace and cuteness was short-lived. So the girls are going on 2 different excursions. Kelly, PORSHA, and Shamia go to like the Coyote Ugly bar or whatever. And then Cynthia, Drew, there's too many bitches. Angela and Cynthia go to the whiskey tasting. So while we're on the bus, our dear sweet Shamia gets emotional. And the girl's like, what's going on, sis? Like, we don't ever see you cry. What's going on? So she explains that, long story short, she was married for like a year back in 2008, but I think she and the guy dated from like 2005 to 2008. Anyway, she's stating that she was married, the man was abusive, and basically there was someone, I don't know if in their friend group or an acquaintance of theirs, whatever. Long story short, at that time, the trick did not believe Shamia was being abused in her marriage and was kind of mean to her and very dismissive to Shamia way back when. I don't know what happened. I don't know what epiphany this person had, but this woman had an epiphany and decided to randomly out the blue, which I kind of hate when people do that, randomly out the blue, because you're disturbing someone's,
if they're settled in their spirit about it. You bring it back.
Right. But then I know what it feels like to feel like I am not going to be right in my spirit unless I apologize for something. So I understand that as well too. And I'm sure the woman, my only thing is, why didn't this come out years ago? Because flashback to 2018 when Kenya had a campaign for domestic violence PSA event. This is when us viewers actually first heard about Shamia's abusive relationship in 2018. You guys, that was 7 years ago. So I'm trying to figure out why homegirl is just now apologizing. That's not for me to figure out. Whatever. Oh, we got some people that joined us. Hey, Shayna Boo.
Miss Kira. Hey.
Boo. I know you
Thank y'all. Y'all here.
are going live around 8 something. So we're gonna try to be mindful of that so we don't, clash with the time. Yes, Kira. I told Nita this is a cute hairdo. She said she likes the hair, Nita.
Thank you.
Yes. And all these ladies are content creators on YouTube.
Check
so y'all already know
out.
what to do. You know what to do, honey. Check them out. That would be Shayna. That would be Miss Kira. And that would be Monique, 69 Ways.
Yes, I just listened to Shayna's story time, and she told me in real time when it happened. But her story time, it was
okay.
Y'all should check it out. Trigger warning: it is a little graphic.
Oh, Lord. Okay,
a little graphic, but it's okay.
I will have to check that out with a glass of wine in hand later. Later this evening. Nonetheless, shut up. The mug was that not all bad, bitch. I need to get that mug ASAP. Nonetheless, y'all, Shamia got triggered by something in her past in conjunction with the stuff with Shiloh. So, we saw our girl Shamia cry. It was just a lot. Yeah. And did y'all hear when Cynthia says, I've never seen you cry? And the thing is with Shamia, I think I resonate with Shamia in a lot of different ways because Cynthia said something very important that stuck out that I can relate to. Cynthia in a confessional said, Shamia is like this fun, vibrant, outgoing person. And she's like, I never knew, certain things happened to her in her life. So it's just like, I can relate because I'm usually the fun, vibrant, bubbly, outgoing person. And it's like, if only people knew, you know what I mean? Like, you have no idea. I could have a whole breakdown yesterday. And then today you see me out and about and I'm all, woo. Like, it's
I feel like it's something that's kind of built into a woman's nature. We kind of have to show up no matter how bad you feel, sometimes, you can clock out if you want to, but most of the times it won't read on your face. You know what I'm saying? You still kind of be like, you kind of still say that you're fine when you're not fine.
You're not.
It's always
and I
something.
do think it's a woman thing, but I also think when you are a person who's very like, you kind of, people just like, oh, you good. And it's like, no. And then I also feel like from a woman's standpoint, I got to big up women. And this is why I'm always going to ride for women, especially Black women. I do feel like when we compare the sexes, I do feel like Black women have always been taught to like have to show up in a way. And I don't know if men had that same pressure placed on them throughout their life. I know women have, and I don't want to get into that. We'll save that for another day, another segment on our channel. But it's just like, I'm always going to ride for women. Like, always, because I know our struggle. I know we were given the short end of the stick, and we still are. But shout out to Shamia. She's another woman who just shows up and like, despite what she goes through. I do want to say this though, real quick, guys. I didn't get to touch on it previously. And Nita, I would be curious to know your idea. Shamia has said on the show a couple times that she wants to give Gerald a son. And I don't think that's a good idea. I don't think that Shamia is in a good mental, physical, or emotional state to even have another child.
Especially feel like, right now, it just feels like a delicate time for her. So
she already said she's juggling so much. So I understand that Gerald is a good man, Savannah, and she wants to give him a son, but Shamia,
Yeah.
You have to be good here and here so you can be a present mom. Because what's the point of having a kid if you're going to be so overwhelmed and then you're going to end
You
up
can't pour out of an empty cup, you know?
hello. Okay, we have another content creator in the
Yeah.
building,
Hey,
Tamika
Tamika.
Stan. Y'all make sure y'all check her out. Okay, let me hurry up. Y'all know I'm a certified yapper. What is this? Same thing. Okay, so let's move on. So okay, we get to the girls thing. I don't think I have any photos about the coyote ugly part. A lot of
Mm-hmm.
the conversation was happening with the other group, which was
Right.
Angela and these ladies. Now, y'all, I know this is a TV show, and y'all know I am very realistic when it comes to reality TV. I understand behind the scenes stuff. I get the narrative, I get the storyline, I get all of that. But bitch, if they have to reference this goddamn brunch one more fucking time, I'm sick. I'm sick. I'm sick of this shit.
Mm, mm,
Um,
mm.
so what was it? Basically, this whole conversation was Britt just airing out her grievances and feeling like when she went to the brunch, she did not receive empathy from the ladies. And Angela was trying to explain to her, well, beloved, that's because you came in very entitled and you were almost gloating that our friend is no longer filming with us. You know what I mean? And they kind of went back and forth. And of course, this is, I get it, Britt. I get it. The whole of Atlanta saw you sucking a
I'm
pee-pee.
exhausted. I'm
We're
exhausted.
exhausted. I think we're exhausted because it's episode 8 and we're still talking about it. And I think we're also exhausted because this has been on the blogs since last summer. So
Yeah.
it's like we have beaten this now with a dead horse.
Yeah.
Like,
And every time she stirs the conversation right back to herself. Ain't nobody said nothing about you. It's always back on me. It's always back to me. I'm like, girl.
you're right, but I'm trying to be fair because this was all within a couple weeks of itself. So it's still in the time of filming, it was relevant. So I'm trying to give grace. It was relevant, but like you said, us as the viewers, we're getting sick of it. Like honestly, after this episode, I don't want to hear any more about Brit's feelings, about embarrassment, about her business, about her the whole of Atlanta seeing her sucking a pee pee. I don't want to hear about it no more, girl. We feel bad for you. Kenya was wrong. The end. Y'all are even. The end.
Girl.
I don't want to hear about it no more. After episode 8, I don't want to hear about it no more.
Especially
Um,
if given the fact that you are a SEX worker, no judgment. No,
no, you can't
no,
say that. Allegedly,
no,
you cannot say that.
no judgment.
Allegedly,
Oh, it's
allegedly.
in the caption.
No, it ain't. Let me put my shit
She
up.
said she
No,
was a webcam girl. She was.
that was not a sex worker. That's two different things, Nita.
That is in the same
No, it's not. Do you know what they did on web?
people not paying for
No,
services.
that's not the same thing, Nita. A sex worker is actually having penetration, having sex. She was not doing that.
Okay, let's say
That
it's
was two totally different things. We cannot say that.
a
We cannot say
pinnacle of
and I don't want to mess with it because Brit's lawyers are on a different level. I'm not saying that right now. I am not saying that. She was
allegedly. Okay, allegedly.
ain't no
Whatever. But I'm
alleged.
just
She
saying,
was
if
not.
you
It was
didn't want to
two
be
different things.
seen, then you wouldn't be seen. So I don't know, girl.
It's
I'm
different. We're not
having
gonna get into it. That's different. She was such a no. I'm a fact person. I'm an entertainment journalist. I'm a fact person. It's not about my opinion or what I feel. It's facts. She was sucking pee pee with her boyfriend privately. She was not sucking pee pee on a webcam. That's two different things, guys. We got to if we're gonna talk about it, we got to talk about it with facts and sense. We're not gonna just be. I'm not gonna be
okay.
saying
We're not
scandalous
having no
stuff.
joke show. I'm sorry.
No, no,
I'm
no.
not
I'm
gonna.
saying I'm not going to say scandalous things on my platform for clout or
I got
clicks.
you.
If we're going to talk shit, we're going to talk shit about facts. The facts are we sick of talking about the goddamn.
Right.
We sick of it.
Umbrella.
That's a fact. We are sick of it. Like they said, bitch, you and Kenya are fucking even, and that's it. She not here no more. And you got what you wanted, beloved. So, Britt, I don't want to see no more fucking crying about no goddamn. I don't want to. It's not the same thing, y'all. I guess I'm saying, y'all, come on now. It's not the same thing. If I
That's
was
what she
into,
said. She said it's not the same, but it's under the umbrella.
it's not. If I make an intimate tape with my boyfriend and it gets leaked, that's not the same thing as me having intercourse on webcam. That's two different things. I'm sorry. That's facts, y'all. Now, but we can say Brit has she always been a promiscuous woman? Yes. Has she been a video vixen? Yes. Was she on webcam with her titties out? Yeah. Now that is a little teethering, but sucking dick is different. That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say. Sex work is different. Anyway, um, so like I said, we're beating a dead horse at this point, and that's why I didn't even want to review this episode because it was so fucking boring. But okay, so what's next? So everybody came home after the stuff. They was drunk boots. They had like an hour or so to get ready for dinner, y'all. So this is where the shit gets gets negative.
Shout out to
So
Angela though. Shout out to her because she did a big
Angela
one in this episode.
Angela was the MVP. First of all, in my opinion, she was not only the MVP of this episode, Angela has been the MVP of the season thus far. If you want to hear my opinion, I'm team Angela. I think Angela was someone that people counted out and weren't really looking for. But Angela is bringing it. She gives OG housewife energy. I love her. Now she got her little. I clocked some things about Angela too. Now she ain't. No one's perfect on these shows, but she is the MVP. And
I agree.
yeah, girl, Monique, don't piss me off today. You gave it a decent rating for it being so boring, girl. I gave it a 6.5. That's actually bad for me because I usually do 7 and up. But like I said,
I was entertained.
I could give it a. We're gonna change it. I'm gonna give it a 5.5 because it was.
Wait, we have to talk about PORSHA coming down, ruining the mood before we get to the swimming thing last.
I'm not going to the swimming thing. I'm going to the dinner. That's why I said.
Okay. I thought she said the swimming thing.
No, the dinner. So they got back. They was drunk boots, and then I'm trying to see y'all. I'm half blind right now. So we get back. They drunk boots. They gonna get ready for dinner, child, and they get to dinner now. PORSHA, y'all follow me now, and I need y'all to follow me before y'all try to rebuttal. Just listen. PORSHA. How do I? Well, I want to start with this. On one hand, I understood PORSHA's feelings. On the other hand, PORSHA pissed me off because it's like, this is my thing. I'm not about coming to a group and ruining energy. If I know this about me, this takes time, maturity, adulting, growth. If I know I'm in a fucked up mood and I'm around a group of people, I don't come around them because I'm very big on I'm trying to not project my shit onto other people. I try. I'm not saying I'm perfect at it, but I do consciously try not to project my shit onto others.
Right.
This is my thing with PORSHA, and y'all might not agree. Y'all didn't agree with me the other day, and I have a feeling it's because y'all hate PORSHA so much. And this is why I'm very close to not doing reality TV anymore because I feel like this new age fan base across all platforms, I've seen it. I used to think it was just Carlos King shows, but now I see it's every single show imaginable. When the viewers don't like somebody, you guys will like nitpick and cherry y'all very much so. Not you guys, I'm talking about people on Twitter, people on Facebook, people on Instagram, people on TikTok. So when I say y'all, don't get offended. People on social media will very much so cherry pick. So y'all hate PORSHA. So because y'all hate PORSHA, what Drew did, y'all are making excuses for it. But if Drew did it to Cynthia, y'all would probably be more sympathetic. I just don't like the cherry picking. Like for me, PORSHA's a hoe. I think she's a Jezebel. I think PORSHA's trifling. I actually think all of this is PORSHA's karma, if you ask me. But that doesn't change the fact that what Drew did was wrong. So she gets a phone call because PORSHA was in a good ass mood. She might throw her kitty cat at me. Right, Courtney, she gonna take my man. Be careful what you say about Porsha because she might throw
How's your man? How's your kids?
him. And me and Nita said this before we got on live. I don't know where all this new Porsha hate is coming from. Porsha has been the same bitch for the past 12, 13 years on Housewives. Porsha has always been pretty, funny, bubbly, outgoing, and entertaining. And she's always been a hoe, a Jezebel, selfish, trifling, and a bad friend. I don't know what show y'all were watching.
I think I know.
Porsha has been this way for 10 years. Why am I freezing?
I think it's just because they had Kenya here. They labeled her the villain, but Porsha was the real villain the whole time. So now that Kenya's not here,
I think they both were a villain in different ways. Yeah.
And then you can't, now we ain't got Kenya to, take the heat. And so now everybody's just seeing Porsha for what she is. I believe she benefits from pretty privilege. Pretty privilege. You can act a fool and people will be more forgiving to you because you're pretty. She gets away with murder because she's pretty. Y'all know how I go.
I think Porsha has always gotten away from murder. I can give you guys a prime fucking example. When she dragged Kenya's ass across the reunion stage and she didn't get fired, she got suspended.
Right.
Now Nene and Candy were a big reason why Porsha didn't lose her job. A huge reason, because they were Candy, Nene, and Phaedra were a big reason why Porsha did not get fired when she dragged Kenya on the reunion all those years ago. Because to be quite frank, at that time, the network wasn't really in love with Porsha yet. They liked her, but they didn't love her the way they did seasons later. So they were thinking about getting rid of her. Really, Nene, Candy, and Phaedra vouched for her at the network. And that is why they said, okay, well, we're going to just suspend her. And what's good, because Porsha is good for TV. Whether I like Porsha or not, whether I would be friends with her in real life or not, she is good for TV. And she has had good seasons on the show. Like Nita said, I do think it's because there's no heavy hitters there. The Kenya's not there. The whoever's are not there. Candy's not. So all eyes are kind of more on Porsha now. And I think it's that. I think people are still pissed with her for being a home wrecker. I think that too. I think that too. And I will say, little Miss Peach Juice, shout out to Monique 69. My sweet beloved, you did not help those allegations of you being a home wrecker and a whore, because I know I'm jumping, I'm sorry, but any bitch who will, whether she's inebriated or not, will sit up here and say, oh, she better watch out before I fuck her husband. Any woman who says that with a conscience and says it out loud to other women who are married is a fucking Jezebel. She is a whore.
Yeah.
She is a Jezebel.
The worst kind, too.
The worst kind. So Porsha, first of all, the whole timeline was always up. I already know. And then shout out to Porsha's YouTube, y'all. Whether you fuck with these people or not, y'all better listen to their YouTubes. You get all the tea. According to Dennis, Simon was definitely plotting on Porsha because allegedly Simon and Dennis ran into each other at the airport at one point, and Simon was like, hey, baby dog,
what's up with that?
What's up with that? What's up with Porsha? So I'm like, and I'm gonna be honest, Simon, it's giving that you wanted to be a reality TV star. It's giving, and if y'all watched Porsha Family of Lies, Simon, and let's be clear, Simon glowed up after Porsha. After Porsha, he got his teeth fixed. Why am I freezing? So I think that was a marriage of benefit from both of them. So anyway,
right.
Porsha and her Family of Lies. If y'all haven't watched it, y'all. Ooh, Porsha Family of Lies.
It's on the list. It's on the list, y'all.
It's on the list. Like, tell me that she want to have a chuckle. So they get to the table, child, and I mean, Portia's energy was at -5. I mean, like the girls were kikiing and the energy was positive before they even got to the table. And Portia just walked in all negative. And
Girl, it was just giving spoiled brat.
if I'm going to do that and people keep asking me what's wrong, I'm going to say what's wrong.
Right.
And so what had happened was, y'all, while she was in the bedroom getting dressed for dinner scene, she got a phone call from somebody that was like, yeah, your baby daddy still went behind your fucking back and filmed with Drew. And this is where we're gonna disagree, and that's fine. I don't need y'all to agree with me. I know what I know, and I know what's right. And I don't have to. I'm not biased. I don't fuck with Porsha, but Drew is wrong. And I heard the grapevine that Drew was on the chopping block this season, and she was told that if she does not bring it this season, they were going to snip. And I do feel like Drew, being how Drew is, y'all, the same way y'all can sit here and say Drew is a liar and Drew is calculating. Well, I'm telling you guys, she calculated the situation with Dennis. It was completely orchestrated on Drew's behalf to benefit Drew. Nonetheless, I stand behind the fact that Drew was dead ass wrong. Drew was dead ass wrong for what she did. My issue with Porsha now, Porsha, this is where you're wrong, beloved. You cannot sit here, Porsha Williams, and be like, yeah, I'm fine. I don't care. And then when the bitch has a conversation with you, when the bitch tries to have a conversation with you, when Drew tries to talk to you, when Drew is sitting in front of your face, you don't have the balls to be like, hey, bitch, I'm pissed because you did some snake shit. I'm pissed because you claim to be my friend for the past 5 years and you tried to sneakingly film behind the scenes with my ex-fiance. That is shady. I am pissed. I thought we were better than that. That's what you do. And then y'all can have a real dialogue. But to sit up here and be like, I'm not mad. You straight. I don't care no more. I don't care. You do care, bitch. You do care. You do care. Now, let me play this video because y'all couldn't understand what I was saying last week. So maybe someone else can explain it better than
with
me.
Dennis and Drew bothering me, because it would bother me too. I don't give a good goddamn. If I introduce y'all to my man, to my cousin, to a family member, to my good friend from college, don't circumvent me to do anything with my people. That's just friend code.
Behind my back.
Okay, that's friend code. Then you talking about somebody I don't had a baby with. It's trifling as hell. And here is the only thing that's really messed up about it. The only thing that's messed up about it is, Porsha, whereas you walking around here and trying to act like you being mature about it, you really not.
Exactly.
You really not. Because what a mature bitch would have did was not left anything to chance. What a mature bitch would have did was sat down with Drew and they would have drew that MFing line in the sand very clearly. Let me show you how it goes. Drew, I'm going to tell you this one time, and I'm going to tell you one time only. I don't feel comfortable with you working with my baby daddy for whatever reason. I think it's a violation of friend code. I think it's a violation of girl likeness. Okay, I brought Dennis on this show. Y'all know Dennis through me, and yes, y'all and us have all hung out, and y'all may have y'all own thing, but this is my job. I brought Dennis to this, and as a mom and as a wife, I need you to understand there are some things that may be going on in my life, and if it gets too tumultuous, now Dennis has an end to this show to spray me on my own platform, and I don't want that, Drew, and I don't like it. That's what you should have said, Porsha, because that's what you feel, okay? But I get it. We do these things as humans where I don't want to look petty. I don't want to look.
And that's how I feel. And he was right about every goddamn thing he fucking said. And I don't care what nobody got to fucking say. Porsha, you should open your fucking mouth and be real with Drew, because what Drew did was some snake shit. And a lot of times us as viewers, y'all don't realize, because we're watching them on TV, that is their job. That is their job. Hence why there's an HR department. Hence why people can call up and complain. That is their job. So what Drew did was fucked up, and Drew thought she was fucking slick because they was about to. This was Drew's last season, and I don't even know if all this drama with Porsha and Dennis is going to be enough to save Drew next season. But please understand, this was a calculated move by Drew. Drew not telling Porsha was calculated. I don't give a good goddamn about, oh, I texted her to go have lunch. Bitch, hey, Porsha, I have an opportunity to work with Dennis on a music project. I understand you guys are co-parenting, but I just wanted to let you know this is a beneficial a business arrangement for me. I just want to run it past you. I don't want you to hear about it through the grapevine. I want you to hear about it from me. That's it. That is it. That is it. All this pussyfooting around that Drew is doing. And this is when the theatrics, this is when Drew, the actress, comes out, and it pisses me off. Before we get there, anything you want to say?
No.
Okay.
I just feel like Porsha was being very passive aggressive.
She was.
If you were having these feelings, and the reason why I think she has these feelings, because it still feels like her and Dennis got some kind of chemistry. They still could be doing something on the side. Porsha is one of the ones that can bust it open at any time, and just the chemistry you've seen them on her channel. The energy is there. The energy is there.
But
like I said, I don't think that she should get that privilege. Like, it feels like she wants the privilege that she doesn't extend to nobody else. So, bitch, because you act like that, then I don't feel like I have to. I don't owe you a FS thing. Nothing.
And that's where I agree with y'all, because like I said last week, if it's a situation where y'all are like, look, Mo, I don't fuck with Porsha. I think Portia's a hypocrite. She doesn't extend this to someone else, so I don't think it should be extended to her. I can live with that. I can totally live with that and agree with y'all. My only issue is, don't gaslight me and tell me that what Drew did was right. It wasn't right. But just say you don't fuck with Porsha and this is Portia's karma. I can accept that. Because I'm gonna be honest, y'all. I think everything that has happened to Porsha in the last couple of years is her karma, and is her not addressing her daddy issues, her not addressing a lot of her issues. All she do is sit down with her mama. Every fucking 2 years, we see Mama Diane and Lauren sitting there wiping her fucking tears about how another nigga did her wrong. So I agree with what a lot of y'all saying. My only thing is Drew was wrong. But Porsha, hey, what you doing?
He scared the mess out of me.
He scared the shit out of me too.
I'm like, I heard something. I got these earphones on, so I was like, my bad.
That scared me too. I'm not gonna lie. I did not see him in the back. I didn't see him jump. Anyway. So moving on. So Angela kind of did she get it started? Well, she kind of got it started. Not Drew. I'm sorry, y'all. There's too many bitches. Britt got the shit started because Britt was like, yeah, we had a great time today. We resolved. Oh, sorry. We had a great time today. We resolved a lot of things, right, Angela? Why don't you tell them, what happened? So Angela was like, yeah, we had a good conversation. And, apparently some of the ladies feel like I play a victim. But I'm going to be honest, I don't really see how I play a victim. And that's where I have to agree with Angela. I don't think the word victim was the best word. I think maybe pot stir would be a best word, because I do think Angela gets the shit started, but I think she does it still in a very tasteful way, in my opinion. It's not too messy, in my opinion. I don't know how y'all feel about Angela, but I think she gets the shit started the way it needs to be.
For sure.
So, good. So what happened? So Britt, whatever, they're going back and forth, and then Angela's like, yeah, so you told me that Porsha actually shares the same sentiments. Actually, Porsha, what term did you coin last night? Victimina? So oh my God. Everybody want to use a little, what was it? Shamina.
The playoff for Shamina.
Victimina. The girls are getting creative, honey. So Porsha being an asshole, and this is why I told y'all, like I said, two things can be true. I think Porsha has every right to be pissed about Drew and Dennis. That's fucked up. I don't care how y'all slice it, dice it. It is fucked up. That's her job. Stay the fuck off my territory with my fucking ex-fiance. Fuck you bitches. But Porsha, you're not about to come up here and fuck up the energy, be a bitch, be passive aggressive, act like an asshole, give everybody your ass to kiss. It don't work that way, baby. And I love that Angela was like, bitch, you're not about to punk me. Angela ain't no punk. I don't know if y'all can't see it by episode 8, but Angela ain't no punk.
Exactly.
And I'm gonna root. So far, Angela got my vote. She's the MVP of the season. So, like I said, if y'all can't tell, I'm rocking with Angela. But she goes to Porsha. What did she say to Porsha? This is where Porsha said, "Kiss my ass." So yeah, so Angela's like, well, you know, how am I gaslighting? You're saying that I gaslight. How do I gaslight you? You know, I'm asking you a question. And this is when Portia's giving her ass to kiss. Wait, I don't think all my photos uploaded. Maybe it did. Here it is. And Porsha just looking there, stank. So then oh wait, this is how we get to the kiss my ass. So Angela was like, okay, well, I feel like, why am I the only one taking accountability and ownership? Like, I think everybody could take a little piece of accountability around this table. And then she go look to Kelly, because Kelly, did you have a question? Did you have a question for Porsha? never got answered about why she took that lady's husband.
Right.
Here come Kelly now. Y'all was riding for Kelly. Kelly in the web of Porsha now. So she's like, no, that was a different situation. Angela said, no, it wasn't. And Angela was like, did you ever get your answer, Kelly? I think the world wants to know, Porsha. And Porsha said, bitch. And Cynthia was like, well, do you want to answer Angela's question? Porsha said, baby, I want Angela to kiss my ass. Angela said, oh, no, ma'am. The rest of the world can kiss your ass, girl. And Porsha with the comeback said, you first, honey. So I got to give it now. Peach Juice be coming back and Angela be coming back. It be a bing, bang, bing, bang, bing, bang, bing, bang. Yes, I do agree. She is a instigator. She is. I think I can digest it better because of the way that she does the instigating. It doesn't feel as messy as like Sheree, the bone carrier, but I could be a little biased because I like Angela. And again, I can admit it if I'm being biased, but I do think she's an instigator. I do agree with that. Yeah. Whether I like her or not, I do think she's an instigator. And like I said, I think she can be like a pot stirrer.
In the best way possible for me, because this is what reality TV gives, you know.
Exactly.
So it cannot be an angel all the time on this show. It's not entertaining to watch. So
I need people to be realistic. Nita made a great point.
And I love how she
cannot be an angel all the time on these.
Yeah, she stands in it too. Hey,
oh my God, what is going on? Yeah, she absolutely stands in it, and I like that about, victim was the wrong word. I love that about Angela. I love that Angela can tussle with you tonight and then tomorrow be like, you know what, I went too far, I apologize, or I hit below the belt too. We were trying to hurt each other. That wasn't right. I'm sorry. I think that's amazing. She can do it within one episode. Compared to these other bitches on other networks and stuff, they take 6 episodes to apologize. I'm like, come on now. So that's why I do give her kind of, a pass, if you say, if you will, because I think he grown woman about it. Oh, so Marcus, I think he gave you a super sticker.
Yes, I already thanked him. Thank you, Marcus.
Okay, thank you, Marcus, honey. Appreciate and I don't know when they're gonna remonetize me, because they tried me the same way they tried Shayna, and I don't know what's gonna happen with mine. So
it's a mess.
I'm over YouTube. That's why I'm going to other platforms to try to make my shit pop. Because anyway, that's another conversation for another day. But Porsha, exactly. Porsha gonna Porsha, exactly, Kira, and she showed her ass tonight.
Yeah.
So she was just being nasty. So then now and then this is where I'm kind of like, okay, Drew, bitch, you could have just shut the fuck up, because you just wanted to insert yourself, it feels like. So here come Drew with her theatrics. Like, yeah, it's just because Drew, bitch, you see that Porsha was already had smoke. She was already in a negative mood. She already was going at it with Angela. Why you got to insert your fucking self? Anyway, Drew, come on in here. Like, yeah, Porsha, I just, I want to make sure, are you okay with me being here? Like, is it okay? Like, Porsha said, you straight, girl. I mean, you straight, you here. What's good?
That was a mess.
Drew, here come Drew, the actress. Okay, well, I'm gonna go, bitch. Sit. Even Angela was like, "Girl, eat your chicken. Like, what are you doing? Eat your chicken." Like,
and where you gonna go anyway? You just got here, number one, and y'all get ready to fly back home tomorrow.
Leave it tomorrow.
Girl,
this is where Drew be
all the theatrics and stuff like that. Girl, yes.
That's what Drew be get on my nerves, because it would be so different if Porsha was in a bubbly mood and she was just being a jerk to Drew. No, she was being a jerk to everybody. So I feel like, Drew, why did you feel like you had to insert yourself in the moment and then make it about you and then be like, oh, well, I'm gonna go. I mean, Porsha been a bitch to everybody all night. Like Angela said, bitch, sit down and eat your goddamn chicken. Like, what are you doing?
I did notice that Porsha gave her like a big welcome and hug when she got there. So
yes.
Obviously she's going through something. She got some news and it just deflated all her sales. Like, she couldn't get her way with Dennis. And Dennis, I love the way Dennis is, because Dennis is the only one that can stand up to her. He the only one that kind of can get her straight. And everybody else allows Porsha to run all over them. Like, you saw the dynamic shift. Like, at first Kelly was like on some, why you take that lady husband, and then now she all like, girl, she falling in line with Shamia, girl. What is going on?
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, ooh, that's why when I feel like I'm yelling, sorry y'all. That's why when Angela, I sound like Kelly now. That's why when Angela walked out, she was like, on the hot mic, she was like, Shamia be kissing her ass, and whoever, Britt be kissing her ass. And I was like, you're right. Like, Shayna said, Drew went to go to her fucking bunk bed. Bitch, I'm with you. Shayna said, I wasn't mad at Drew wanting to leave. She only came to get paid.
Exactly. Let's not fake in front like we don't know that this is a cash trip.
But that's what I'm saying. It is. But my thing is, Drew, you being dramatic, bitch. You know you were not going no fucking where at 11 o'clock at night in Nashville, ho. When you leaving the next, just shut the fuck up and just
right
down, eat your goddamn chicken like Angela told you to. It's just, sorry. It was, the whole thing was fun. Well, I got you a bottle of whiskey. I didn't come empty-handed. But then again, this is also, I'm like, Porsha, you're dragging it. Porsha, if you just had the cojones to sit that bitch down and be like, because again, y'all don't have to agree with me. I don't care. Drew was wrong. Drew was wrong about Dennis, and Drew was wrong about the business. We're not going to forget, Drew is the same one that reached out to Porsha's manager to secretly try to do something with Go Nick. It's bad business. You don't do it. You don't do it. Ask any brand ambassador that y'all see on Instagram. You don't do that. That's a business no. So Porsha has a right. But Porsha, you're pissing people off even more because you're not confronting the elephant in the room. Just tell Drew how you feel, and can we fucking move on? If y'all bitches are not gonna move on, I'm not watching the show no more. Episode 8, we're still talking about Drew and fucking Dennis. I'm over it. I don't give a shit no more.
Right. And the thing is that she really could dead it, but she's letting it drag out, and I'm not respecting that either. Like, girl, grow some pussy lips and tell her what it is. Like, I don't respect. I don't like all that bullshit. No, sorry.
Exactly.
But for me,
I don't like it either. That's why I'm kind of irritated.
Not hit differently. No, he is not. He is the furthest corner of my mind, baby. It is not. Is never that serious. I don't feel like I have ownership over somebody. I don't feel like none of that. Like, miss me with it. That's just, I'm on a different page.
I just think it's a different dynamic, and you're speaking from your personal dynamic versus a situation where someone actively has a relationship with them, actively co-parents, actively has a good relationship, and they're close and their families intertwined. I just think it's a different I just think it's different, but I get it. But we all have.
I got what you're saying. I got what you're saying, but I'm just saying, like, I don't get a if.
Nonetheless, I'm over it. Whether whoever I can understand, even if I can understand Porsha's feelings, I'm over it. She's dragging it. I don't agree with how Porsha's handling it. I don't agree with how Drew's handling it. But see, Porsha, you're making Drew look like the good guy because you're looking like the asshole. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I'm over it. I'm over the whole thing, and I'm over Britt and her tears. So they go check on Drew, and Drew's like, I can't deal with this. I'm dealing with the divorce. And I'm, well, bitch, talk about your goddamn divorce and stop talking about this stupid ass music with goddamn, whatchamacallit. Even though I heard the song and the album is actually good. So
my whole thing with Porsha too, girl, you got a whole ass husband. Girl, what is you worrying about Dennis and his hot dog and his
community
team? That's why community team out here in the Atlanta streets, right?
That's why I played this video so y'all can hear someone on the other side who works in this business who understands that's their job. It's not about if I like you or not. That's my home front, and you're trying to film behind my back with my home front on my turf. It's just that's why I played the video, but y'all still gonna take it and apply it to y'all's lives, so it's fine. But nonetheless, so the girls, 50 Cent goes and talks to Porsha, try to be a big sis, and this conversation I enjoyed. I'm like, Porsha, why the fuck could you not explain this at the goddamn table, bitch? Anyway, Portia's like, look, I really don't even have no energy for nobody. All my negativity right now is because I got a phone call, and she gave the example. How would you feel, Cynthia, if I'm doing a podcast with your baby daddy behind your back and we're filming it on this show and we don't tell you? Yeah, it's fucked up. So they were talking about that, and then she's talking about basically like how when she gets back home, she's got to deal with drama, i.e. Simon. And don't forget, y'all, during this time, Simon was dragging Porsha by her lace front on the internet. Like Simon, every other week, every other couple days, Simon was on the Shade Room comment section, the Jasmine brand comment section. He was going in on Porsha. So during this time, Porsha is dealing with a lot. She even said that she was lightweight on the girls at the dinner table because the men in her life were dragging her for filth. So whatever. So she talked to Cynthia about it. Cool. They have their funny moments, which I will say they do always have a good kiki. She started taking off her fucking lashes. Cynthia, not the lashes, child. Not the lashes. And then Porsha feeling she gonna take off her lace front, child. I was cracking up. Those are the light-hearted, funny moments that I do miss. I do miss when they used to kiki. I think the best kikis were like Nene and Porsha used to have me cracking up. Yes, I heard Drew's album was good. Like I've always felt like Drew can sing. I've always felt like Drew is so talented. So y'all support her. Y'all support her. Y'all support her album. But this was funny, child. I'm gonna take off my lace front. So y'all, this is when the shit gets real, and this is when Porsha was being a hoe like I always knew she was. So it is about 2:00 in the morning, and the girls are getting buck wild in the pool. We talking ass shaking, titties shaking, popping bottles. Okay, they probably was on that Don Julio or Porsha on that Henny, because y'all know she likes Henny. And I will say, I just started drinking Henny. Henny do be putting me in a good mood, y'all. I ain't gonna lie. That Henny do something to you, girl. That Henny. So this is the girls shaking ass, being drunk, and this is Angela's room, y'all. Right? So, baby, according to Angela, honey, Angela was in her room, honey, on the phone with her husband, Charles, honey. And through the window, she heard the girls talking cash money shit. They was talking about her outfit, her dress, this, that, and the third. And all of a sudden, she heard Porsha say out her big old mouth, oh, basically. And Kelly confirmed it. Thank you, Kelly. Thank you, Kelly.
Thank you,
You
Kelly.
was Thank you, Kelly, for confirming it in the confessionals because we know Shamia wasn't going to do it. So thank you, Kelly. You are good for some things now. So according to Kelly, Porsha Williams did say out her big ass mouth, Angela better be careful before I fuck her husband. Ooh!
Honey, girl, you better be careful with that type of karma, girl. You better be careful. You better. That's all I can say.
You gonna forever be in a effed up relationship because of how you are. Mm-hmm. You are forever gonna be burned by men because of how you are. And you saying that comment with your history,
girl,
with your history,
confirmed it all.
People still asking why you take that why you took Fallon's husband, and you said out your fucking mouth because you weren't mic'd up and there was no cameras. So this was some and you had liquor. So this was some truth serum. Yeah. You just said out your big ass mouth that Angela better leave me the fuck alone before I fuck her husband. Woo!
Girl, who says that?
The fuck that and said, what you bitches say about me? I can hear everything you bitches said. Look at the cameraman and the white guy over there. And look at them all looking fucking guilty. And all of them guilty. And Porsha, you heard me say Charles' name? Yes, bitch. So you came down here to tell me that? Yes. And then Porsha walk her ass upstairs or whatever. So
girl, right. Can't stand the heat. Get out the kitchen, bitch. Get out the kitchen. That's where she gets me effed up at. That's where she gets me effed up. Like, if you can't stand in it, Missy, ma'am, you're not grown. Even she had the nerve to go on Watch What Happens Live with Andy and try to blame it on the goddamn alcohol. Girl, give me a break.
I didn't say anything. Ain't that terrible,
girl? Girl.
That means Porsha just don't take it because, like, this is like, now, Nita, you said that, it really got me thinking because I watched it too today when I was watching the episode, and I was just like, Porsha, this was your time to be like, y'all, that was terrible. I was drunk off the Henny. I was being a bitch. I was being an asshole. I would never do. This was the time, even if you were lying to us, ho, this was the time to put your, PR skills or whatever to like really try to, because we already think you a home wrecker.
Right.
So you talking about fucking your castmate's husband, which you've already done. Like, for you to get your bubble butt on Watch What Happens Live and just to blame it on the Henny. I didn't say anything.
Girl, I couldn't even watch that episode. I saw the clip, but when I saw her and Gizzard, I said, "Oh no, girl, I can't even do it."
They best friends because from 2020 when we were on lockdown and COVID, Bravo did that like virtual show. So they've been best of buds ever since 2020.
Yeah, I see she kind of must have hooked her up with a stylist because Giselle has been looking a little better.
Ooh. You might be right, Nita.
Friendship may come in handy for something. I don't know.
Yes, Tika Boo, won't no good come to you until you do right.
Exactly, girl.
Marriage, that's why things won't work out for her. Clock it. Clock it, hunty. Clock it.
Yes, the girls are gone. Are we done? Because we got to go on over to Miss Kira.
Oh, yeah, we do. I want to show them some love because they always show us love. So basically, we got 2 more slides. We're really done. The next morning, Drew and Angela are BFFs all of a sudden. So they're leaving together. Here come Kelly loud ass. Hey, good morning. Angela said, hi, good.
We ain't being fake today.
Good morning, Kelly. But
with the fake
I'm not about to be fake right now, girl. I'm not. What? I'm always like that. Good
morning. She is always like that. However, I am with Angela. Don't come to me on no fake shit. So I was team Angela on that one.
Me too.
But thank you for clocking it, Kelly, telling us the tea.
Thank you, Kelly. Because if you didn't tell it, we would never know for sure. I mean, I would have believed Angela because who gonna fucking lie about,
Right. I tell you, Angela better not tell Charles that Porsha said that, girl, because when I tell you, he'll probably slide in her goddamn DM and do her a solid.
Previews for next week.
Her a solid.
the
Girl,
previews for next week, Nita, she does tell him. She tells
she
him.
should not tell him.
Well, he gonna see it anyway. It's on TV. But I get
Oh
what you.
yeah. I mean, that's if he watches. I don't see him watching. You think he
That
don't
go,
watch?
that gonna get back to him. That part, that one little part. Portia wanna fuck me. Oh yeah,
Girl, I know he probably already in the DMs.
he
If
probably
you know what,
already.
actually, I'm
Yes,
gonna take it
ma'am.
a step further. I wouldn't be surprised because you remember Portia had that comment at the beginning of the season talking about, I know something about Charles.
And she said she
Like
was
she already
joking,
knows
but
that he gets down in the DM. That's what it's giving to me.
well, what was also spilled tonight's episode in the confessionals by way of Britt, because this is why I like everybody's different perspective. Britt mentioned that everybody was talking about Charles, and even Shamia said, "Well, I be seeing Charles out and about in Atlanta, and he be having girls around him." Whatever she said to that extent, allegedly, that's what Shamia said, not me. So there was already that's why she was pissed at all of them, because they all were kind of talking shit
Right.
about Charles or what they've heard about him. But
Mhm.
Portia stood out more because she's the one that said, Angela better leave me alone because I'll fuck her. Yeah, but they all were kind of bitches, and that's why she told Kelly, I don't want to be fake because you was around them bitches last night talking shit about me, so I really don't want to talk to you. And Angela stood her ground. She and Drew left, and I love when Angela said, I came here an adult and I'm gonna leave here as an adult. Like, I'm not about to get in the mud with these bitches and stoop to their nasty ass level. So, y'all, like I said,
Mhm.
Angela for me is the MVP, not only of the episode, but of the season thus far. And I think she's an amazing attribute to the show. And I know they better bring her back next season. Yes, y'all, we about to get out of here. Don't forget to hit that like button. I forgot to do my little housekeeping video. Like, subscribe if you haven't already, honey, and hit that notification bell button on both of our channels. Okay, that way you will be notified whenever we drop new content. Nita, do you have anything coming up on your channel this week, Shawty, or are you playing it by ear?
Nope, nothing right now. So y'all can. Oh, you know what? I need to talk about y'all. Y'all know who I need to talk about.
Oh,
I
somebody
want to
behind
talk
you.
about
Hold on.
the
Woo! Scared me. Kevin. I was trying to tell you. Because he
Kevin.
boy, will you sneak up one more time?
You
Go
get
ahead.
your phone? Yeah. I want to talk about the Never Ever Mets. Y'all, that show is insane. So I'm going to talk about it. Y'all remember I covered it last season, the first season, but I haven't been able to cover it this season. But I'm going to do a little catch up, and then we're going to do the end of the season. So I'm going to do a little catch up.
It's only been one season thus far?
Right. Yeah.
So this is something that we could catch up on if we wanted to.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. It's a dating reality show, though.
Oh.
Yeah. They never ever met. They're doing online long distance dating, and then they come on the show and they start to interact with each other.
Oh, girl,
it's a good time. It's funny. I be cracking up.
That is interesting. Okay. As far as me, I may try to come tomorrow with some hot topics. Y'all, it would be probably in the afternoon time. I do want to do some hot topics because things have been happening in these streets. But besides that, I do want to come on here and do my take and my review and everything on Sinners. But as y'all know, that movie is a lot. Like, there's just so much to cover with it. There's a lot of symbolism. There's just so much. So I'm trying to see if I want to do it solo, if I want to have a panel. I'm probably going to do a panel now that I'm saying it out loud. So stay tuned. I'm probably going to orchestrate that and try to do it next week. But yeah, so stay tuned.
And if y'all didn't catch our review, so Sinners is up as well. It's on the channel.
On your channel. Yeah. You collabed with Monique 69 Ways?
Yep. And Inga. Yep.
Okay. Okay, very nice. Okay, y'all. We love y'all. Thank y'all so much.